Knicks family, what's poppin' is your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize to you for not being available this week. I had scheduling conflicts all over the place, and it just would not allow me the time to get on and provide you with quality content. But I'll be back in the saddle on Sunday. Between now and Sunday, which is tomorrow, I'm giving you these 5 takeaways from the Knicks win over the Philadelphia 76ers. Then I'll give you 5 more takeaways when the New York Knicks play the Boston Celtics. And then Sunday morning, we'll jump on and we'll wrap it all up. Then Monday, I'll be back to my regular schedule. So I appreciate your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's talk about my 5 takeaways. Number 1, Tom Thibodeau. I like the fact that Tom Thibodeau made some early season adjustments. He put Grimes in his starting lineup. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But Grimes was in the starting lineup. Hopefully his defense provided some kind of catalyst for this team. I'm not so sure it did, at least at this point. But then we also seen Obi Toppin and Julius Randle play together. That was a surprise because you still had Jericho Sims and you had Hartenstein out there who could play that center position. Jericho Sims didn't play all that well. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into that whole Obi Toppin and Julius Randle thing as one of my key takeaways. He also played Cam Reddish. Minutes that, it was kind of up in the air as far as what Cam Reddish might play. Played 15 minutes tonight and he came through in the clutch. We'll talk about that too. So kudos to Tom Thibodeau for making some early season adjustments. Adjustments that the fans have been asking for. But ladies and gentlemen, he made them tonight or last night versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Shout out to you, Tom Thibodeau. Number 2, Obi Toppin and Julius Randle played significant minutes together in the fourth quarter. And ladies and gentlemen, it actually looked pretty good. When Julius Randle came into the game, the Knicks were down by 12, 86-74. And all of a sudden, they go on a 32-18 run to win the basketball game. The floor was spread open. Julius Randle had some space inside the paint, although he didn't score a field goal in the fourth quarter. He didn't score a field goal in the second half of the game. Ended up with 17 still. But Obi Toppin was knocking down the 3-ball, ladies and gentlemen. Your man Uncle Fulio said he was prolific. Well, he shot prolifically tonight from the 3-point line. Obi Toppin ended up with 17 points. I will say this, though, ladies and gentlemen. Don't rely on Tom Thibodeau to use this lineup frequently yet. Tonight, last night, Mitchell Robinson, he got injured. Suffered a sprained ankle, or at least a sore ankle, whatever it was. He twisted his ankle. Jericho Sims did not play well. The Philadelphia 76ers, they're small. So it seemed like the perfect scenario to play Obi Toppin and Julius Randle together, and it worked. Will this give Tom Thibodeau the confidence to use this lineup more? We'll find out. Now, not only did Tom Thibodeau use Julius Randle and Obi Toppin together, but he brought in Cam Reddish to that lineup. I mean, this is a lineup that was on the floor. Obi Toppin, Julius Randle, Cam Reddish, R.J. Barrett, Jalen Brunson. We hadn't seen that lineup. But it worked down the stretch of this game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll find out if Tom Thibodeau is going to use this lineup more. I would definitely like to see Randle and Obi build some of that chemistry out there on the floor. I think I seen Randle miss Obi, like maybe the first play with those two together, he missed them underneath the basket. But that was okay because I think Evan Fournier ended up finding him for the alley-oop dunk. But let's watch it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's watch it. Number 3, Cam Reddish, ladies and gentlemen. He's proving that he can be a reliable player in the clutch. Last night versus the Philadelphia 76ers, he had 4 points and 1 assist in crunch time. And his length, because the New York Knicks went small with Obi Toppin and Julius Randle, his length was essential on the defensive side of the ball, and he used it tremendously, played very good defense in that fourth quarter. You seen what he did versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Now you see what he did last night versus the Philadelphia 76ers. He's proving that he can be a reliable player in the fourth quarter. And yes, I know Quentin Grimes got the start, and he'll probably start versus the Boston Celtics. But ladies and gentlemen, Cam Reddish is making a case. When you look at that fourth quarter last night, he looked comfortable with that lineup. He's making a case to be the starter at that wing spot if Grimes can't get it done. And Evan Fournier looks like he might be slotted in on the bench. Cam Reddish is making a case, ladies and gentlemen. Stay on the lookout for it. And my fourth takeaway, Quentin Grimes. He got out the gates kind of slow as a starter, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's just his second game back from injury. So, of course, that injury slowed up his progress as far as being in game shape, being in rhythm, finding chemistry with the guys that he's playing with out there on the floor. So it's going to take some time for Quentin Grimes to catch up to the rest of the game. Last night versus the Philadelphia 76ers, he took one shot. It was a nice drive to the basket. Didn't make the layup. He did make his free throws, so we had 2 points. But I think it's worth saying and stating, let me say, that in a New York Knicks win, he was a -20. And I'm not a big plus-minus guy because a lot of it depends on who you're playing with out there on the floor. But on a night when most of your Knicks players were in the positive, he was a -20. It's just one game, so I'm not going crazy, not bugging out about it. I'm just watching it. That's all. And listen, he better watch his back. He's got to get in rhythm because Cam Reddish is staring at him, and he's looking for that spot. Cam Reddish is hunting that spot as we speak. And my fifth takeaway, ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks got a crucial win last night versus the Philadelphia 76ers. They're in the midst of a serious schedule right now. They played the Milwaukee Bucks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Atlanta Hawks. They just played the Philadelphia 76ers last night. Then they go on to play the Boston Celtics tonight. It's a tough schedule for the New York Knicks. For them to get this win, their first road win, I think was big. We'll see if it can continue. If they can get this win versus the Boston Celtics, they'll be 5-4 on the season. They'll have 2 wins in the Atlantic Division. I'll take that. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. I do another 5 takeaways from the Boston Celtics game. Then on Sunday, I'll be back in the saddle. Monday, we'll be back on our regular schedule. I'm out, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Nick.